If you want to check out different content from myself, I've just set up a second channel where I'm going to post fitness and things. The link for that will be in the description. And of course, if you want to avoid the random lottery of FIFA points, you want to go straight to the source, buy the players directly, use u7buy.com and use the code TVM at checkout. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to the Norwich City career mode. We are warming up for our game in the snow with a white ball because FIFA 20 against Leeds United. It is the second time in 3 games we're playing Leeds. We're going to go forward with as much strength as we can. Gravenberch comes in because I do have one eye on the game after this, actually, which is Manchester United in the Cup, and we will play that live, as well as the league game after it, which is against Bristol City. There may or may not be some transfers in this episode as well, and I say that, and I know it full well there will be. Simicon makes a very rare mistake, but manages to recover and puts the ball out. Leeds were probing in the first 20 minutes or so. Phillips comes, quite close. It wasn't too close. Didn't even graze the bar or anything, but it wasn't too bad. I'll tell you what, Gravenberch, somehow, I don't know how he does it, but he manages, and that's a good effort, great save from the goalkeeper, he manages to bundle his way through a lot of challenges. I don't really understand how he manages to do it, but he does. Great ball there through to Jonathan David from Barco, and I think we've got ourselves a marquee striker, or not striker, but goal scorer in Jonathan David. I was a little bit worried we didn't have one, but that's, I think, his 12th goal of the season. If it's not his 11th, it's his 12th. Jonathan David then gets round the defence, plays Barco in and scores for our second. Barco is a decent goal scorer, but he does miss his fair share of chances, and you will see that in this video. Gravenberch wins the ball back, plays it out to Jonathan David, gives it up to Greenwood. Great first time through ball through to Barco. And from this situation, you think, well, he has to score. And it's an easy save from the goalkeeper. And okay, fair enough, maybe it's just a flash in the pan, and he's not... he just wasn't at the races then. That's a great ball over to Jonathan David. He's in on goal, and he doesn't miss. He just rifles it bottom corner with 3-0 up against Leeds. And that, a few people questioned me, do you really need another attacker? Do you need to sign him? Is that really the player you need to be going for? Turns out, yes, I'm glad we've done it, because he's just prolific. He's an absolute great goal scorer. Barco, on the other hand, needs to work on his finishing. He's hit the post, and that's not the only time he hits the post in this game, because he's about to do it again. Ball comes down, 69 minutes in. Somehow we manage to not get the ball out. Godfrey makes a bit of a mistake, and the ball is sort of bouncing around a little bit, and it's a great save from Tim Krul, who, as you can tell, is very happy with himself. Corner comes in. Tim Krul again deals with it, but it's not dealt with by the defence. We don't really regroup here and restructure. They find a gap and they score. There's nothing Tim Krul can do about that. We then press on, or rather they then press on, because they were throwing everything at us, but every time we went forward, they just didn't have numbers, and we were breaking through the back line. Ferreira this time goes through on goal, gets in, lovely fake shot stop, and a great save from the goalkeeper. Was right down his throat, but Barco, I didn't actually put it in, and I do apologise, but Barco did hit the post again in that game before they scored their first goal. But an offer came in for Buendia. And with Barco hitting the post as often as he did, I was thinking to myself, do you know what? If we can get as much money as possible here, then we might be able to go out and buy a big boy striker. Bayer Leverkusen came in for him. They've accepted 30 million, or rather we have. And the deal is on. So here we go then. We are at Carrow Road. And we will face Manchester United in the FA Cup. We've just come through against Leeds, of course. I've not rested anyone for this, incidentally. We are going with a full-strength side. It looks like they're resting people, because I don't recognise that player coming out there. It might have been someone I know, but maybe doesn't have a player face. We'll have to wait and see. Either way, I can see that they are not resting players, but they do have a few questionable in their starting lineup where, you know, we know they have a very, very good team. Jonathan David on par with Anthony Martial, apparently, or thereabouts anyway. Let's have a look at the lineups. This is our lineup then. I hate the FA Cup lineup screen. I hope they change this for FIFA 21. But there we go. Greenwood will face his, parent club, I guess. Kubo, David and Barco up top. Midfield and defence generally the same as it always is, with Tim Krul in goal. No youth players playing today for us, of course. So I think it was Scott McTominay who is captaining Manchester United today, which is a really weird one. They are playing Williams at left back. Maguire has been released from Greece, and Otavio and Rashford on the left hand side. So it is a strong Manchester United team. Jonathan David does well there. Gets himself into a yard of space. Could maybe have gone for goal. Greenwood does. Great save from David De Gea. And instantly, we are on the front foot. However, we know how quickly things can change because Manchester United do have a lot of pace. Otavio was causing me all sorts of problems when we played them in the league. Fred is no slouch as well. So this could be a very tiring afternoon for the defenders. Lewis does well against Otavio, and we can mop that up quite well. Again, interesting afternoon in store for Lewis. He seems to be up against Otavio a lot already in the first 10 minutes. Ball played through to Anthony Martial. It's a goal, and we are 1-0 down in the FA Cup. To be fair, coming into this game, didn't have a great deal of confidence. Manchester United, just one of those teams that pull it out of nowhere. It's a bit like Spurs, really, in this game. They can be on the back foot for the majority of the game, and then out of nowhere, Harry Kane scores. Martial's just done that for Manchester United, and it is a long way back from here. Rashford beats Aarons. Ball in, save from Tim Krul, and he goes down under the challenge from Anthony Martial. Well, since the Manchester United goal, we've barely been out of our own half. We can try. Up and over the wall, and it's tipped over, but to be fair, I don't think he was going in anyway. David De Gea has made a bit of a meal of it. I think he's trying to say to Manchester United, look, you need to keep me. I've just saved that. That wasn't going in. Oh, that's great football. McTominay plays it in, and what a save from Tim Krul. He's kept us in it. That is not where I've played the ball at all. Gotta love FIFA. And ball played in from Rashford, and that is a goal. Well, I mean, the first save was fantastic, and the game didn't play the ball out where I wanted it to go, and unfortunately, that's what happens. I'm not mad about it. We're not going to win this game anyway. I knew that. They were far too good for us, even from the beginning. A little bit frustrating that I've played the ball a completely different direction and it's gone backwards, and then they've retained possession and managed to score the second time round. But I should have defended it second time round. It's just one of those situations. Up to Greenwood with, I mean, can he play it, please? There you go. Kubo. Inside. Jonathan David needs a good touch. Well, I needed to play it across. Well, that's unfortunate. That's my bad completely. Jonathan David, Barco, Greenwood. Ball through to Barco. It's good. Apparently, he's nearly as slow as Maguire, but he's in there to score. It's 2-1. We're back in it. Can Barco return the favour through? He might be offside. Baranataya through, and it's a save from De Gea. The ball from Barco was not good enough, really. It was a little bit too overhit. Well, that's an interception and a half, or a good challenge from Ferreira, who apparently, fresh-legged Ferreira is not as quick as Bruno Fernandes, who's been on the pitch since the very first minute. But we're going to get another opportunity to run at the defence here. Oh, I wanted someone to make a run. Cyprian has. He's gone near post. Well. 89 minutes in, and you'll never guess who. It is Cyprian. He scored the equaliser. That is huge. I thought the game had gone. I really did thought the game had gone. I mean, Baranataya's come on, played a great ball in. Cyprian made a good run. David De Gea has been beaten by his near post. He shouldn't have been, but he has been. Oh no, my bad. Wrong competition. Oh, that's unfortunate, actually. This is going to be an FA Cup replay. Next season in real life, there are no FA Cup replays. They will go straight to penalties. This year, in FIFA 20, they go to replays. So unfortunately, we are going to have to play Manchester United again. Buendia has sold for 30 million to Bayer Leverkusen. We have been allocated 25 million. So the board have taken 5 million. That is a lot. But either way, with the 19 million that we had and that 35, we now have, that 25, we now have a lot. There's a transfer offer from Sangar from Arsenal. We'll have to address that. And Watford now want Byram. The Bulgarian FA have rescinded their offer of an international management job, which I'm not too dissatisfied about. I will entertain the idea of selling Sangar. I don't want to, but apparently I could expect nearly 40 million. I'm going to go in and ask a lot of money, and I'm talking like 60, 70. If they come back and say yes, then yeah, I'll take it and we'll go and spend some big money here. But he's a very good player and he does have high potential. However, 60 million for him would be phenomenal. So we'll see what happens. But for the time being, we need to try and negotiate the sale of Byram. Just 5.5 and you can have him. There you go. We're willing to give you 5.5 in order to seal the deal. That was straightforward. So I'm thinking we say, look, here's 60 million. Because I mean, if he's valued at like 40.7, realistically, 60 million to them for someone who's got a very high potential. He's only 23. You never know. I've stranger things have happened. You know, you probably storm out. No. He said, how about an extra million? Now, see, I'm not willing to sell him for anything less than 60, so get out. Now, we have 44.9 million and a wage bill of 90,000 with potentially Zimmerman and Byram going this window. That is a fair chunk of change. I have already identified a striker that I would potentially want to bring into the club, and that is Rafael Leao. Now, Rafael Leao very much reminds me of Ronaldo in this game. He's not as good yet, but he does have 4-star, 4-star. He's a high attacking work rate, low defensive. He is an out-and-out striker. That's what he's built for. And he has a release clause of 19.9 million, which would leave us with still 20 million to spend and potentially some other players to sell as well. So I am toying with the idea. I was sat there for ages last night thinking, look, is Greenwood the guy? And I'm not sure that he is, you know. He does have 5-star weak foot, but I don't know if Greenwood is the guy. If you have enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for new, and until the next time, goodbye.
Football Index. The game changed. Download the app now.